Boxing fans, what's going on? It's Chris Robinson, boxing writer, out here in Las Vegas. A lot of you know me. Over the past few days, I set up a YouTube page. I gave you non-stop coverage from the Manny Pacquiao-Tim Bradley fight. Very controversial fight. Manny Pacquiao, he appeared to do enough to win the fight. Tim Bradley came away with a split decision. Right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give one of my favorite people in boxing, Larry Merchant. You all know him from HBO. Me and him, we keep in touch all the time. I'm going to try to get a hold of him so I can get his thoughts on the fight, and hopefully he can kind of share some insight. So let's see if we can call Larry up. Try to get a hold of him. You know, it was a tough fight. I thought I had Pacquiao winning the fight. It's just a lot of controversy. Controversy always sparks debate. You know, we'll see if we can get a hold of Larry, see if he could share some insight.
Hello.
Hey Larry, how you doing, man? It's Chris Robinson.
Hey Chris, how are you?
Good, bro. I was wondering, did you have just a few minutes to talk?
Sure.
Well, I appreciate it. I was just curious, did you happen to see the Manny Pacquiao-Tim Bradley fight last night?
Yes.
Can you share with me your thoughts? What did you think of the fight?
I thought it was a pretty good, interesting fight. I thought Pacquiao clearly won. You know, maybe 8-4, 9-3 I had it.
Okay.
I think Bradley got too much credit for a brave effort.
Got you. Looking at the fight, you know, in the early rounds, Bradley started having trouble with Pacquiao's left hand, his speed. Not to say he got overwhelmed or ran out of the ring, but did you kind of sense the fight slipping away from Bradley a little bit in the second and third round?
I honestly don't recall. My general impressions were that Pacquiao landed virtually all of the meaningful punches,
Mm-hmm.
and that Bradley, in the middle of the fight, started to back off and decided that he better just be a little bit more resourceful and defensive, and it turned out to be a winning strategy.
Now,
To everyone's, or most everyone's surprise, I think, including Bradley.
now, you know, you say that he kind of became a little more resourceful. Do you mean that he kind of, in a way, conceded that what he was doing wasn't working? And
Yeah, I think that Pacquiao, whatever ideas Bradley had, that he was going to try to engage Pacquiao in some fashion.
Okay.
He was persuaded by Pacquiao's left hand that you better go to Plan B.
Okay, so you know, before the fight, Bradley, he had told HBO and you know, during their little face-off, he said, "My will cannot be broken." He said, "You know, my will can't be broken." So, do you feel in a way Pacquiao kind of broke his will if he made him concede that what he was doing wasn't working?
Well, I think he backed him off, and he found out that once you're in the ring with Pacquiao, that it's not like being in the ring with anybody else he's been in there with,
Okay.
and that Pacquiao's kind of a sudden power, his quickness,
Mm-hmm.
made him change plans, and according to the judges, he made the right decision.
All right. You know, it was reported by various websites that Bradley had approached Bob Arum in the ring. I know one of the sources, I believe, Chris Mannix, Sports Illustrated, SI.com, he said Bob Arum quoted Bradley as saying, "Hey, something along the lines of, I tried my best, but I couldn't beat this guy. I couldn't beat Pacquiao."
And his manager admitted that he scored the fight for Pacquiao also. I mean, it's really a very and Bradley's face after the fight showed that he himself was surprised that he got the decision.
Okay. What does this mean for the future of both guys? Bob Arum, he said, on one hand, he told Pacquiao at the presser, he said, if you want the Bradley rematch, we'll go for that. On another hand, he's told reporters, I don't know if that rematch would sell. There's no public interest. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, first of all, the notion that there was some kind of conspiracy is crazy. Because whether Manny would fight Bradley again or somebody else in the fall, he'd make similar money. It's conceivable that it's obviously up to Pacquiao, and it's conceivable that he wants a rematch. But there are other guys out there, like, for example, Brandon Rios or Mike Alvarez, who are roughly his same size.
You mean Mike Alvarado?
I mean Alvarado.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I understand.
And I mean, he could fight those guys, and they're good opponents and solid fighters. And
Yeah.
Rios is a crowd-friendly fighter, both unbeaten. So, my feeling is that he has a choice, and if he elects not to fight Pacquiao, and it doesn't mean they won't fight again next year. If
Okay.
they both fight other opponents, and so forth. I mean, what if? I could see either scenario unfolding.
Okay.
The plain fact of the matter is, I don't know. I agree with Arum that. I mean, I don't know. Arum's a promoter. He's got his finger to the wind much better than any of us do. And if he thinks that's not a saleable fight based on a controversial ending, then things have a way of changing depending on what the alternatives are.
And are you for certain? Some people are saying there's no way they can see that the judges could be just this incompetent, that there has to be some kind of corruption. Do you believe that? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Look, boxing invites that kind of conspiracy mongering. Always has. But I don't get the point. I mean, why would they? There was no gambling coup. Pacquiao is the guy who fills the arena and the town. Why would that be?
Okay.
If it's for a rematch, I just pointed out to you that there are guys out there that would make would be solid opponents for Pacquiao.
Okay.
I don't see the point.
All right.
And I don't know that anybody has made the point. That's the only sinister motive that I've heard, and it's just crazy. It's like, why did in the NBA series go to 7 games? Why did the Stanley Cup series suddenly the Kings lost a couple of games?
Okay.
It was I mean, it's when people are in boxing, when people don't understand, what happened or something strange happened, you can be sure that conspiracy mongering will come right behind it.
Okay. And if I could jump in for a sec, Larry, I was just going to ask, everything that took place last night, how does that affect Floyd Mayweather's line of thinking, and how does that affect the Floyd Mayweather equation?
Well, I mean, I don't think it made his summer any better. I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't know what Floyd Mayweather is thinking. Obviously, that's not going to be on the tip of anybody's tongue, or anything that's on the near horizon. That if they couldn't fight after they were both winning, would they fight after one of them lost? Since nothing in their equation has made any sense, maybe that will make some sense to somebody. I think it dims the equation. So I don't. I mean, right now, I think that's as off the table as it has been.
All right, Larry. Well.
Maybe that's part of the disappointment with the official outcome.
Got you, Larry. Well, thanks a lot for your time, man. I appreciate it. The viewers appreciate it. And have a good night. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, good.
Take care, bud. There you have it, fight fans. Larry Merchant breaking down his thoughts on the fight. Interesting stuff, as always, from Larry. Also, let me say, I just launched my YouTube page. My videos are going to be a little basic at first, but once I get them edited, they're going to be killer. They're going to have music in the background, photos, all that. For those who visit my page, thanks for coming, and I'll give you non-stop boxing coverage over the weeks and months. I'll see you soon. Bye.